different but similar, from high-stakes environments to the beautiful chaos of civilian life. This is Catalyst Comms, anything and everything. Supervision not included.
Okay.
We're not going straight. Okay. Dan, you thinking what I'm thinking?
We're finally getting the secret insights into the world of the Amish from being a redneck.
No, but I'm curious about the Amish and where is the bishop? Dan, what are we doing tonight?
We're talking with the man in his own head, the one and only Calvin Coombs,
Ta-da.
my nephew. And hopefully he does not completely rub off on us.
Yeah. Yes, and yes. We are getting ready to go redneck roller coaster ride, and I hope we survive. Welcome back to Catalyst Comms, anything and everything, where we dig into real people's stories. Today we are joined by Brad's mini-me, Calvin Coombs, currently a truck driver, and like his dad, he is apprentice of master of all that he takes on.
Yeah, this is season 2, episode 5. We're going to find out what it is like to grow up and live in Kentucky and get, a young perspective on life, what the future holds for a young 22-year-old as he charts his path through life and provides his remarkable view and wisdom in the only way Calvin can capture it. Always entertaining, and you never know what he will say. Although we did tell him he couldn't say certain things. Calvin, how are you?
Pretty good. How about y'all?
We're good.
Killing it, man.
So let's pop the top on your story. You ready to dive in?
I'm ready as ever.
Look at the camera.
Cool.
You just yelled at me about that.
Hey, so give us the 60-second version. Who's Calvin, man?
I'm just me. I'm kind of an old person. I'm kind of old soul, I like to be in bed 8:30, 9 o'clock every night. Some nights I stay up till midnight, but I'm always up 3:30, 4 o'clock every day, ready to go. I like to work, love to hunt, fish, love to drive a truck, just do anything outdoors, really. But other than that, I'm just as simple as anybody can be.
I don't think simple describes you very
No,
well, Calvin.
no. So here's the thing. Be Calvin. You just can't use certain words we told you. So if you come up with something that's off the wall, you can say it.
I'll give you humble, but I'm not giving you simple at all.
So, copy all that. That's how you are now. What was it like growing up for you?
It was just, I really don't know. I just kind of did what mom and dad asked me to, and we went with it from there.
Gotcha. Well, I guess we'll dive into the questions and pull stuff out of it. So.
All right, let's go. Hey, so growing up in Hardin County, what was it like? What was childhood like? What was hunting, working, friends, family? What made you as an early Calvin Coombs? I know you're only 22, so let's talk about.
Me and Dad, he got me into hunting when I was young. I remember going squirrel hunting when I was 8, 9 years old. We used to hunt a farm in Nelson County, and I remember going up there and bush hogging, on Saturdays and Sundays just to get away. Working. I started working when I was 14 on a farm. The first day I ever worked, I put up 250 straw square bales by myself. First time I'd ever touched a square bale.
You used to actually did farming on my property a little bit, didn't you?
Yep. Cut hay down here, and we run grain crop. But
Who'd you farm for?
Hansel Powell. So right there on St. John Road. But I didn't. I really, to be honest, I had friends when I was in school, but until I turned 16 and could drive, I didn't hang out with no friends. I hung out with my mom and dad, my brother, family. That's about
Uncle
it.
Danny.
Yeah, this man right here.
That's not what he wanted to call me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Know what I'm doing it.
But yeah, my family was a big part in my life. Still is.
So who would you say were some influences?
Definitely my dad, my uncle, the man himself.
This guy.
Hey, Phil has stepped in here. I really don't remember Phil from my younger days, but since Phil's moved back to Kentucky, he's been, I just enjoy being around him. Him and Spencer both, two great guys.
What did we do last weekend with Spencer?
Took him to the demolition derby and a tractor pull.
What was your impression of that for Spencer?
I was kind of nervous for him. Like, I mean, Spencer, he's just Spencer. He's good. But I was nervous for him, but he looked like he enjoyed himself. Ate some $15 chicken on a stick. I mean, we had a great time.
Okay.
How do you feel about the chicken?
Let's start. Don't you fucking trigger me right now. I will go ballistic over $15 chicken. Okay, so I'll freely share this one, and I'll probably put up a video on this. I gave $30 to my son to go get some chicken at the while we were at the Meade County Fair, and thinking maybe I was going to get some change back, and he gets back, sits down after a very long time, first of all, and I come back and I sit down. And I was like, "Where's my change?" And he's like, "There is no change." And I look at the chicken and I'm like, "You just spent $30 on this chicken?" He's like, "Well, no, it's $15 each." I'm like, "You just spent all my money on this fucking chicken?" So he went to the Midway and spent a premium on 2 pieces of chicken. Now, it was good chicken, but it was smaller than the lady that was sitting in front of me. And you should never have to pay $15 chicken unless it's like a 3-star restaurant, maybe. That was ridiculous.
So 2 points here. First of all, the Midway's in the Carnival section, just so everyone understands. Second piece, Phil did tell Spencer to go give him a piece of chicken on a stick. 2 of them.
But don't forget, we told them to stick with us.
We
when
did.
We got there.
Yeah.
I mean, we told them just, hey, hang with us. We'll show you where the good food is.
Yeah, so lesson learned is, one, I don't give cash to my son to go buy food unless I send Calvin with him. So
But Spencer paid for it.
because I made it pay for it.
I was just like I told him. I said, what I would have said was, for $30, do I get a bottle ranch with this?
Yeah, I was expecting like 6 beers.
So you said you were going down family. Did we cover all the family you want to cover?
Papa. He is my papa. Love him to death. But he's just my papa, You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, my nana. I mean, all of my family. They played a big part in my life. Everybody did.
Yeah, I mean it's a running theme between Papa and your mama. What do you call Brenda? Nana. Sorry.
Nana.
Yeah. I'm not attuned to the redneck language yet, so I'm working on it.
Basically, the
grandfather.
Mom allowed Natalie, the first grandchild, to whatever she called her. She called her Nana first. So Papa was Papa. I mean, that's why I did Papa. I mean, Melinda is at Marmy for ours. So,
yep.
But you got all these mentors, growing up here in life in Kentucky. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot to do around here. You can get a lot of trouble.
Oh, you can get lots of trouble.
So their question there, that Phil had was, what made you you, though? What do you think has made you you?
I really don't know. I mean, I just kind of do my own thing, and Dad, he taught me when I was young to work for what I needed and had to have. So I kind of took that and went with it. I try to make money any way I can, do anything I can do. I mean, you don't never know what I'm going to be doing.
I know. If you need a chicken goat, you need something, just put in a call to Calvin. He'll find it. Chainsaw.
I mean, I can do just. I mean, I ain't gonna say I can do just about anything, but I mean,
yeah.
I would say one thing I throw in there is compared to a lot, you and Elaine kind of got this parallel. What I mean by that, you already said it, kind of old souls, but you guys do your own thing. You don't have to go with the crowd. You don't do that peer pressure crap or anything like that. So
no.
Yeah.
No, I mean, one thing I noticed is, and I'll kind of reaffirm your comments about the family, is that you guys are a very tight-knit group. I will say you definitely have your own personality. Yeah. You are not Melissa, or you're not your mom or dad, which is kind of funny because I get to see it play out in real life. And, just the other day when we were sitting at your papa's house and you were playing us some Adam Sandler music. I was kind of rolling on that one. I think Papa wasn't so happy. He got up from the table and left, but everybody else was rolling. Anyway.
Yeah. Go look up some old Adam Sandler songs and everyone you understand.
In and out at a medium pace.
So Calvin, what are some funnest memories growing up with Brad, your dad?
Hunting. I remember going to work with him a lot when he started working for the record company in E-Town. And I'd go up there, we'd get up bright and early in the morning, go to Sing's gas station over there on Old 210, get biscuit and gravy and a Surge.
A Surge.
And then we'd go
Were
to
you
work.
talking about Surge the other day? Is that you?
That Squirt.
Squirt, Surge. These are all redneck, sodas and stuff.
Back in Alabama.
But copy. So, are you saying you think the truck driving piece came into play there?
I'd say so. I mean, I remember when I was 5, 6 years old, and I'd be like, "Dad, I'm bored." We lived there on 31W, and he'd say, "Just go out front and watch the trucks drive by. Just do something, get outside." So I'd go out front. I'd just sit out on the front lawn and just watch vehicles drive up and down 31W. I think that's where I fell in love with vehicles.
Yeah, you were actually never a gamer like Trevor Lane and all them.
No.
And on the stuff. So, I mean, you did make some. I guess. Well, I could have embarrassed you. I can pull up some of those old videos you, Lane, and Trevor used to make. So, I think for with that with Brad. I mean, we've already had Brad on the show. Your dad, jack of all trades. I do find it funny when he gets a little irritated with you because it's kind of funny because he looks at my sister and goes, "Your son," that type of thing. But I mean, I think he let you get on equipment early, right?
Oh yeah,
driving stuff. I mean, pretty much before you were 16, you could drive anything.
Yeah, like at Mom's Ford Escort. I learned to drive it when I was 11.
Yeah, and that was a stick.
5-speed.
Yep. So now, not so much a funny story, but I mean, with your dad helping him out and everything else, kind of had to help him one time when he cut his leg open with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I was 12 or 13.
Yeah, and you damn near almost had to help him drive.
I almost had to drive to the hospital.
Yeah. So good times.
Yeah, I will say and I think Spencer's getting a little dose of it now that I've been in the house for about a month. I mean, I had him out on the tractor the other day doing the bush hogging. I was out doing the zero turn, but I think that lifestyle lends very well to getting yourself out of the digital, the electronics, and doing something. And I mean, shit, I've lost 11 pounds just because of the activity alone. I'm not sitting on my computer just poking the keyboard all day long.
I've gained his 11 pounds.
Fair. But it's, that's one thing I've noticed about you. I come over here at Dan's at 7:30 in the morning. You're already gone. You're already at work. So your work ethic is pretty wicked strong, honestly. I can see that. And everybody that I talk to, I mean, I haven't talked to your bosses and stuff like that, but everybody has high words for you because they just think of you that way, that you're a hard worker, you bust your ass, you do anything. I think of you differently. I think you're like a side hustle guy, and we're trying to work a drug deal on chickens, but that hasn't come to fruition yet.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to put them on. When are you going to start the chicken coop?
Yeah, well, it's full of tools now, so.
So, Calvin, who's influenced you the most? I mean, I know Brad and everything, but not just family, but teachers, friends, employees, someone you watched and thought, "I want to be like that."
I mean, man, that's.
Yay.
I mean, that's actually. That's kind of a hard question for me to answer because I had a lot of teachers that helped me, and I had a lot of teachers that told me, when I would be. I mean, I don't mean to make this sound bad, but I'd be in math class or something, and I'd be looking out the window, and they'd say, "You can't make a living looking out a window." I had lots of teachers tell me that, and it's like some teachers had good impact on me, and some of them not so much. I've got a buddy, a really great buddy. I actually work with him every day. I work for his dad in the trucking industry, and we've been together ever since kindergarten. And I love him like my own brother. Do anything for him. Does he irritate me sometimes? Yes, but I know he feels the same way about me.
That's what brothers do.
That's how we are.
Boom.
But
Especially brothers from another mother.
Yeah.
I mean, he, when we was younger, watching him, he'd come to school showing pictures of being on the farm or riding in a big truck or something, and I was like, man, that's what I want to do.
Well, that's good. So kind of a little bit of a peer
Yep.
piece there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, so two things. Where do you actually work at right now?
I work at Hardin Incorporated in Sonora, Kentucky.
Okay. What exactly is everything you do? Because you do a lot of things.
You don't ever know what I'm going to be doing, really. I mean, that's honestly a good part about it. We haul rock, sand, we haul grain, fertilize. They haul we haul liquid fertilizer as well. They farm. We we just anything we can get into. They've got pulling trucks. We go tractor pulling. Like actually last night, I didn't get in until 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah,
I just went to
I
the
saw
tractor
that.
pull.
Saw that on the gate camera.
Like I say, you don't ever know what we're going to be doing. We'll all be working cows one evening after work. We'll all be bush hogging or rolling hay, putting up hay. We'll all be working on trucks, changing tires. And we'll come in one evening, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and come home, take a shower, eat supper, and go back out. Go drive somewhere and a little ways off.
But you would definitely say, I mean, I know you spent some time out there living. They put you up when they can, because you got to do stuff late. So, I mean, I know it's tough. I know, it can be frustrating at times, but basically extend the family and they're looking out for you and everything else.
I have my own family here, all my family, but they definitely are my second family. They treat me like family. They do anything for you, do anything for me. They do everything for me, really.
Gotcha.
Very great people.
And why are you asking me to sponsor you for the lawnmower crash up derby?
So there's a little backstory on that. Me and Dalton, we actually did do the lawnmower derby deal.
Okay.
I did lawnmowers, he did cars. And he told us that was the dumbest thing we'd ever done. So that's why I need a money man like you.
Okay. Man, gonna go sell my vehicle so I can support your drug habit. That's hilarious. Yeah, so for anybody out there listening, Calvin's looking for a sponsor so he can rebuild a lawnmower / derby car for next year's Meade County Fair. Please send money his way so he quits looking at me with those sad puppy eyes.
Oh, it's great. Hey, I'll take anything you got.
Say, hey, I know your birthday was, 3 days ago?
Friday.
Man, 22 already. I don't even remember what it was like to be 22. But what was that kind of moment where it clicked to you that you kind of felt like I'm an adult now?
I'm still a child at heart. I mean, I want y'all to know that.
That is the appropriate answer.
I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I love my farm toys. I love about collectible tractors and stuff like that. But it really dawned on me that I was a grown up when I went to looking for a pickup. Like, hey, I got to grow up now. I've got to make money. I've got to be able to pay for all my expenses. You need to grow up and act right. And that's what happened.
I mean, what was it? I mean, because to me, I think you were already acting right. So, what was the level of maturity that you thought you were missing in your life? I mean, financial stability is one, I'm sure.
Financially, at that time, I didn't have no responsibilities.
Fair.
I didn't have a job I had to go to every day. I didn't have to, I didn't have a vehicle I had to take care of. I didn't have any bills at that time. And then when it all came, that's when I was like, man, the real world's here. I've got to grow up.
So, liking it, hating it?
Oh, I mean, I love it. It's
paying bills sucks. Let's be clear.
Oh, paying bills do suck, but that's why I get up every day and go to work.
Fair.
So Phil and I refer to that as juvenile humor.
Yeah.
We're both in our 50s. I still haven't grown up. I mean,
just
we're doing a podcast.
just the other day, I demonstrated. Dan ran to okay, fair story for the crowd here. We both went to the bathroom same time at the Walmart. Dan sits in one stall, I sit in another one. There's a guy between us, and I just yell at the top of the lungs, Dan, you gotta come see this! And he just starts dying laughing. And then I get up and walk out. That's all.
That's why we're sitting on Joel was in the podcast aren't working. Now Calvin's sitting on one. So Calvin, most people have no clue what truck driving is really like. And I mean, you drive semis, primarily drive dump trucks too. Walk us through a day of driving with Calvin. What's the sketchiest thing you've ever experienced while driving? Remember, keep it clean. To a degree.
A typical day for me is get up, piss excellence.
As you should.
Take a shower.
Wait.
That's one of those Calvin comments we're talking about.
I mean, eat breakfast, go shop, start my truck, go inside and bullshit with all the guys. That's one thing we all bullshit, we all get along. Like I said, we're one big family down there. Just really depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to Owensboro, just crank up radio or put my headset on. Out of the 12-hour workday or 10-hour workday, I'm on the phone 8.5, 9 hours
while driving.
And all of our buddies, you know, we just talk. All of us talk together there at work, and you never know, we might merge some random guy in someday.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll be lucky enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, what's the sketchiest thing you've ever experienced?
It's okay. So
why are you looking at me?
I come out of Nashville one day, and I come into Nashville, cross back into Kentucky. About the 15-mile marker there on the northbound side, it was coming a gully washer, and had my windshield wipers on high. Was over in the right lane, just kind of doing my own deal, about 55, 60. And the next thing I know, my driver's side windshield wiper is in between the mirror and the door on the driver's side. And I was like, what am I going to do now? Didn't have no tools. I thought, man, I'm in big trouble. So I just eased her on up to the 20-yard stick, called the boss, told him what happened, told him what was going on, and I said, only bad part is I'm in Bowling Green. There is no truck stops, and there's nowhere for me to get a big truck in. Well, at the time, it quit kind of storming there for a little bit, and so I eased on up to Smiths Grover and went to TA. Got her fixed. We come back north.
Again, you were able to solve the situation, right?
Oh, always.
Gotcha.
It has to do with pissing excellence.
I know.
Started off right.
So, tell us about the one time you and a couple other guys all got tickets and stuff.
Which time?
Well, you tell me one of the ones, because I know the one time the guy just sat there ticketed you guys. It really wasn't your fault.
So one day when we was hauling the Ford battery plant there in Glendale,
okay,
where
Spencer's a security guard at now.
That's true.
We were triaxle dump trucking, hauling Ford out of Upton to Glendale, and I think it was the first round that morning. We all got off interstate there, and we seen the DOT sitting over on the shoulder, and we were like, damn, here it goes. It's a great way to start a morning. Well, the two guys in front of me, there's four in front of me. The front two got flagged in. The third one did not, and then me and the fourth truck got flagged in. They run us across the scales, and we got tickets for being overweight. And then me and my buddy, talked about him earlier, we were hauling hay one day. And hauling hay to Campbellsville and went through Hodgenville, and there were 4 of us together. We just eased on out there, stop sign, turned right on 210, and they got out there about 2.5, 3 miles, and they shut the road. They shut 210 down on us, spun us around, made us go back across the scales.
Wow.
And me and Dalton, we both got tickets. They impounded the truck I was driving. They were very close to impounding Dalton's. But
impounding it for what?
I got impounded for not enough straps. Or I got a ticket for not enough straps. No fire extinguisher, all commercially on farm tags. No DOT number. I think it's what they got me for, but there was a DOT number on the side of the truck. And something else, but I can't remember. But they impounded the truck I was driving and left me out there on the side of the road. No vehicle.
So not only do you got to know how to drive the truck, you got pretty much know all the regulations, and that changes from state to state. And DOT is Department of Transportation. So those guys pretty much, and a lot of that's state troopers involved too, right?
So a DOT is state trooper. The DOT actually has a black stripe on the side of their car, not a blue stripe.
Okay.
And I mean, I understand they got a job, but sometimes we don't like how they do their job.
Gotcha. It's reality. You're just a driver. A lot of times, some of that other stuff's out of your control.
So it kind of gives me a question outside of what we've been normally thinking about, but like regulation and stuff like that. How does the state of Kentucky compare to Tennessee, compared to I know you probably haven't gone too much further than that, but the regulations that you have to adhere to, how difficult is that as part of your day to day?
It's really not difficult because I'll be honest with you, the company I work for, they do a very good job.
Okay.
A very, very, very well job of keeping our trucks up on maintenance and keep them from having any problems like that. But going to Nashville or something like that, can't weigh over 80,000. It's 12,000 pounds on the steers, and then the whole truck can't weigh over 46,000, and then your trailer is the remainder of 34,000. No, hell, I can't do math. I graduated from Central Hardin.
That's right, drive the truck.
Did you graduate?
Hold on. He did say during math class he was just looking out the window.
Subway University.
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess the reason I'm asking is because I know you're looking to start going a little bit longer distances. And in doing that, you're going to have to adhere to probably some really different regulations. Like, just give an example. You had to pull into Virginia. That is going to, I'm guessing, I don't know the regulations, but I would say there's probably significant differences between the laws there and here. How much are you involved in that? Or is it all just a math equation? I mean, you're going to be not hauling guns into Virginia, I'll give you that.
It's just one big math equation.
Okay.
I mean, we try to make sure, you try to make sure everything is right and you keep up with, like all your records, logbooks, just your paperwork, your load slips, what you got on.
I mean, it sounds
really, it's all just kind of there in your lap. You just got to be sure it's all correct.
Yeah. No, it sounds similar to aviation and flying. I mean, packs mail cargo, you're accountable to your cargo. You got to know where it goes, where it drops off. Weight limitations are more a configuration issue of the helicopter and making sure you're not busting physics limits so you can continue to fly and stay in the air, because that's more important. But I'm sure if I was doing that over land, there would be some cross state issues that I would
So have. I know, because I've heard Brad mention a couple times. California is a prime example.
Yeah.
He said a lot of the other states, he goes, guys, get to the California border, and it's the California truck drivers bring stuff to them because not only from driving, but the truck has to have all this other stuff on it. All the other states don't have to.
Yep.
And Brad says sometimes it's easier to have them meet you, across the border,
swap the trip,
and swap things out, and go back, because he says it's ridiculous. You keeping up with that stuff. So
yeah.
So Calvin, what's I'm gonna go ahead and break this question up. What's the hardest part you think there is being a truck driver, as well as what is something that a lot of people probably have a misconception on as being a truck driver?
I would say the hardest part is probably all the other dumbasses driving on the road.
Copy that.
I mean, a lot of people you talk to, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but some people you talk to, truck driving's not hard. Truck driving's not hard. But truck driving is a very mental game.
Yeah.
Of, something that always runs through my mind is, if something happens right up here in front of me, where am I going to go? What am I going to do?
Oh, wow.
And that's always something that I'm thinking about, of an escape or something to keep me out of danger, for sure.
I mean, you have to, because those guys are going to cut you off. And I've seen this, motorcycles, cars, they'll cut off a semi, give them a 1 car length. And I'm like, you realize that's like 20 tons of stuff behind you that's going to stop about way slower than you, and then the next thing you know, that motorcycle's underneath the truck. So it's, understood. People don't get that crap. But so, have you ever had one of those you can't make this stuff up moments? And that's truck driving and anything in life, honestly.
Oh, you've had a lot of these.
Come on.
I've had a lot.
I'll give you one.
I've had a lot of.
When Maddie outshot you with the skeet, that was probably one of those moments.
So that did happen. But
for about 1 minute.
But then I gained it back.
It's true.
But back to you can't make this stuff up. There's some stuff I don't particularly care to talk about.
You don't have to. Give us something.
But I mean, most of them I don't care to talk about. Not a good idea. But I don't know.
Well, first of all, it should always start like this. One time, I was alone and unafraid, and then finish my.
No.
I'll give you one.
Okay.
Because we've shared it.
Okay.
Who carries 2 bullets to the woods to go deer hunting?
That would be your son-in-law.
So explain that you can't make this shit up.
On that part, I'm not gonna claim him, because everybody around here, we all love to hunt. Why in the hell did he only take 2 bullets to the woods with him?
That's called confidence, I think.
Yeah, well, he did not have very good luck that day. He might have had confidence, but he didn't have.
He shot twice at the same deer, told me he missed it. And then I give up and I go, "Did you miss it?" He goes, "Yeah, I didn't hit it." I go, "Why is there all this blood going to the field?" But I'll never forget. So here's what happened. I watched a spike jumper from me down on one piece of my property. I kind of hit Ben up in the radio. This is before him and Natalie were married. And in Ben's defense, he's kind of taught himself to hunt and everything else. But literally, the night before I said, "Have you shot the gun?" "Yeah, I sighted it in, blah, blah, blah." We went through all that. So next day I see the spike. I hear him on the radio say, "Hey, Ben, I don't know if it's going to come across," because he's on the other side of the field. I said, "But hey, there's a deer." Well, about 10 minutes later, I hear, boom. So I'm like, sitting there and I'm going, "Okay. Ben, did you get it?" "Nah, but it's still standing there." "Shoot it again." So he shoots again. "Did you get it?" And that's where he's like, "Nah, I missed it completely twice." I says, "Is it still standing there?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Well, shoot it again." He goes, "I only brought 2 bullets. What was funny, and again, I should have known better, across the radio, I thought it was someone else. I didn't even think it was Lane, but across the radio, you hear something come on because Lane was at the house. He's like, "Let me get this straight. You only brought 2 bullets." And that's kind of been the going joke ever since then. So since then, we've had fun. He now carries 10 bullets. Very proud of it, by the way. Because the next time he went out,
Does anybody do a bullet count before he walks out?
No, he's good.
Show me your 10 bullets.
He's pretty good at getting his deer. I've only had to chase 2 deer of his, 3 for Lane. But
2 out of how many? I mean, in the past 3 years?
he's been good. 'Cause,
4 years?
no, it's been longer than that. It's been longer than that. It's been longer than that. Oh no! But yeah, I mean, yeah, that is one of those. Again, not one of those things. So yeah, Calvin does have a lot. He shares them with us, especially when we're out doing man things. But he is right. He probably not good. He'd put most of those on us.
No, bad idea.
I disagree totally.
No, bad idea.
No,
We can talk about them after this silver if y'all want it, but not.
We'll do that, and then I'll share them separately for everybody.
No, let's not do that either.
One time I was alone in the river. Hey, so your first job was really on the farm. Talk to the audience about what it's like to be on the farm, the hard work behind it, and what jobs do people never really think about when they're kind of pie in the sky thinking about farming as an actual job for them.
Farming is a very labor intensive job. There's lots of stuff to do. In the fall, grain and crop farmers, you're going to be running grain. You're going to be hauling grain back and forth to the bins out of the field. You're going to be hauling grain back and forth from the bins to your granaries, which be down in Owensboro. There's a Tyson there in Franklin, Kentucky. We haul a little bit too. I mean, you really just don't know where you could be taking it. A lot of the farmers around home here have started hauling to the distillery.
That's right.
They built a new distillery up there, and they've started hauling there.
Give some input on how you helped out H, because that was true farming.
So
doing that
when I started helping Hansel, I was actually 15. And I told my uncle about 2 weeks before he called me. His tractor was sitting down here in the field, in his field, and I said, "I think I'm just going to drive that tractor." And my uncle said, "No, not a good idea." I said, "Okay, that's fine." Well, 2 weeks later, he called me. Like I said, I was 15, had plans to go out with mom and dad and all them, but that night, and he called me, he said, "Hey, can you work?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, we got straw square bales to pick up. I said, "Well, I've never done that. You have to teach me." He said, "I'll teach you." And sure enough, I worked for him for 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. And I did just about everything but run the combine.
I mean, you fed cows.
We fed the cows, chopped silage, cut hay, rake hay, roll hay.
Showed cows.
Show cattle.
So basically, in a nutshell, it's 7 days a week, 24 hours, 365 days.
Yep. It's there's lots of days I remember being up there at daylight and not coming home until 2 or 3 hours after dark. Very, very labor intensive.
Rewarding though, I would assume.
It is rewarding. It's about like when I go to cutting hay, I would be fascinated with it all laid down, how good it looked, how good it smelled. And you went to raking it, putting it in a roll, and it was just like, man, I did that.
Yeah.
I cut that, I raked it, and he baled it, and then I packed it to the barn. But it's very, very rewarding seeing your progress that you've made.
Yeah.
I got a spin-off question for you. Go ahead, Dan.
No, go ahead.
Get something different.
Well, what I was going to say is, it's funny you say that. And I was telling Phil the other day, I don't know what it is, but when someone is baling those big rolls and out of the field, I literally will stop the truck to watch them come out. I don't know what it is about them. Just watch. I think because just to your point, they're accomplished something. It's so simple, but I just think it's neat. One minute there's no bell, and the next minute there's a bell.
Yep.
And again, H does it all, and I know he had you out there doing it all. And I mean, I think the other part 4 is very rewarding for you because everything you've learned. You've learned a lot.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a little bit of a spin-off question. And it's kind of the dichotomy that you exist in. You love the hard work and seeing the progress of your labor. You also love money. Okay, so there's your dilemma that you live in. If you had to do all over and somebody was going to put you through college, get you a degree, and get you a very high-paying job, would you trade?
No.
Why?
Well, just first off, because I hated high school.
Yeah. Fair.
And that's not me. Sitting behind a desk is not me.
I didn't say sit behind a desk.
Well,
I guess.
I don't mean it bad, but them the high-paying jobs, other than being stripper,
very high.
musician.
If you're lucky as a musician.
If you're lucky, if you're lucky and talented. I mean, other stuff like that, that's just not me, you know.
Fair.
I'm not bougie.
What's he pointing to?
Well, he's definitely pointing to me. I know that because his thumb was right in my ear. I still got their work.
Hey, I love these two to death, but they are bougie.
Fair. To the end.
But no, I wouldn't change it at all.
Yeah, fair. No, it's one of the things, the micro kind of shows that you get to see with people switching the mentality around blue collar versus white collar. I really appreciate that, and I think a lot of people have lost the touch with what it means to have those blue collar jobs and how fulfilling it actually is. They think of it as a dirty job, and that's the whole name of the show. But in reality, some people just enjoy it. My dad is an example. He was a mechanic. He was filthy by the time he got home, covered in grease and oil, sweated all day, got sunburned because he was out in the sun working on big trucks. But you know what he did? He fucking loved his job. And he wouldn't trade it for a world. I mean, the only trade I think he did was going from like Caterpillar equipment and some of the Japanese equipment over to working with ambulances and fire trucks, which was a little bit unique for him because he had to start taking on the computer stuff. But he was a man that used his hands to create and build and fix and stuff. Very similar to your dad. So, I appreciate that way of life. And I'm trying to switch myself over to a little something like that so I get on to period once well. I do the bougie.
It's rewarding. It's relaxing.
You let me say the chainsaw. I mean,
it's coming. I told you.
I mean, you can be a little more recovered and learn how to learn chainsaw.
Yeah.
Big
So
chainsaw.
you realize why he wants to do that more, right?
No.
He owes me money. He was. So, Calvin.
I mean, we're just going to trade out. I'm going to sell you the chainsaw. You're not even going to hand me the money. Just hand the money straight to him.
Fair.
And then this is Calvin.
And then I never lose no money out of my pocket.
Fair.
That's Calvin's math. So
on a warranty.
No warranty. I'll just fix it for the parts if anything happens.
So Calvin, doing all this growing up, and I think you're probably gonna repeat something, but what have you learned from farming that you apply to life? We'll ask that one first.
I mean, just the hard work, having responsibilities of getting the job done. Like cows, they can't go without feed. If they go without feed, they're going to die. It's like going to work. If I don't go to work, I'm not going to make no money. I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, enjoy my hobbies, live my life how I want to.
So I think that's, and Phil and I talked about a lot with our kids, everything else. That it's the base principle we kind of grew up with.
Yeah.
We just explained. It is very, I guess exciting and makes me feel good that, you just turned 22 and that's how you're approaching these things. Now, a lot of that has to do with your mom and dad and us as a family how we do things. But I mean, I do like, again, your early age, you're already doing that now. Even when you work for them, you still have helped out H once or twice.
Yep.
I mean, you've actually fed for him to go do stuff, right?
Yep, maybe be going to the cow show or something, and
Yeah.
and I'll feed for him.
Hey, so I think we kind of missed a little piece of one of the other questions, but maybe it's later. But I'll ask it now. But what does the Calvin in 20 years look like? I mean, to what end is this the fruits of your labor trying to achieve something? I know we'll talk about ownership of land and things like that because that's important.
Well, just like you said, 20 years. I mean, I would like to have a farm. Run my own cattle, run my own herd. I don't want children, but I would love to do the show business type deal again. I've done it twice with Hansel, and then me and Dalton, my best friend, we did it together as well.
Show business meaning like showing animals?
Showing cattle.
Okay.
It's a
There's an art and format to that too that I didn't realize, so he explained it to me.
It's a very big industry. There's people that don't do nothing but groom cattle their whole life. And I'm not gonna say I love to groom the cattle my whole life, but I would love to raise my own herd, be able to put my name out there. He raised this.
Yep.
And
so ownership. Yeah.
Ownership.
So you're talking basic, because I mean, farming's a tough industry, and a lot of these guys making it, especially who are truly farming the land as far as crops and stuff, they tend to lease out and have a big operation. You're not looking at something like that.
No, I'm looking maybe 100, 200 acres, be able to farm, 30, 40 cows.
Why cattle over horses? I mean, Kentucky's huge for horses, so why not? And that's big money.
You can see on the camera, I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And a horse has got its mind of its own.
I didn't say riding, I said raising.
No. The horse of having a mind of its own just goes back to raising them too. I mean, cattle, they can be, angered and be fast and hot-headed, but horses, they just something about a horse that I don't care for in that respect.
And I would say a horse is not an easy business compared to what you're talking about. What I mean by that is and what you're probably referring to, Phil, is Kentucky's big on horses, but that's all Lexington area.
Sure.
Where those guys are trainers, and I mean that's that in itself is a big job, and I mean definitely a bigger risk than probably what he's talking about. Because a lot of these guys are good trainers and put forth the effort and never get that winning horse, and everything else, and
it takes money to make money. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is tough, but there is a prevalence of, and you're right, it's geographically located in other areas. But I'm always wondered why you would choose cattle over something like horses, because the lucrative nature of selling a, let's say, racehorse, or a what do they call it? Stud, I guess is what it's called. Yeah. And being able to make the money on it. I mean, that's why I kind of brought up the dilemma of the wanting money, and the other side of you is that some bit of it, and I watched this at Spencer too. There's a gamble there. He wants to have a lot of money. I don't know to what end, because he really doesn't aspire to have a huge amount of property. He just wants it, and I think you have a little bit of that with the hustle side that I see. And it's not quite what I'm describing, but you're always involved in stuff. You're always wanting to find that next bid. I mean, the tractor pull was one of those things, when you brought it up, I kind of giggled at it, but I'm like, makes sense.
I think it's, again, show the maturity side. It is funny saying that about you, but what I mean by that is
maturity.
The opportunity, by getting that more money, opportunities to do more and be able, I mean, Calvin has a fetish now with knives, and we'll get to that. So, I mean,
It's expensive hobby.
Yeah, very.
I think you've answered the second part. Do you enjoy it because of the work or because of what it represents?
Both, but
Yeah.
of what it represents, it just kind of, shows who you are. Get a good name out there for yourself. But it also shows your work ethic.
Yep.
Of, how hard you want to work, how good you want to proceed with your life and with your, in my case, in the farming, mom and dad they'd never owned land. Mom and dad don't want anything on the land that they own now.
Well, hold up. Your mom does. Your dad doesn't.
That's that's a whole nother story, all right? But
That's why Calvin's got to go to Phil for chickens.
no,
My coop is too small.
We did have a conversation about that, but like I say, now that's why I'm kind of getting my foot in the door now with my best friend. Him and his family, they have the farms, and me and him, we help take care of the land and the farms and the equipment as the best we can. And in return, they let us kind of do pretty much whatever we want.
Cool. A little bit back to the truck driving. You said you don't want to do it forever. Why not?
I love what I do, but I don't want to have the headache and the worry of if I ever do go over the road, of if I ever do, do start a family, of them being at home and me not being there to help provide. Yes, I'll be helping provide with, financially, but I want to be there to provide for my wife and kids if that ever happens.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hold up. You just said you don't want kids.
I don't want kids, but if it happens,
actually happens,
stuff slips up,
But I know that's how I have my first. In a good way, that's how I have my first. What is it about kids you specifically don't want?
The age between newborn and 2, I hate.
Gotcha.
Because
I understand.
they're just. I was probably. I know I was that way. But there's just something about it that I don't like.
Well, basically you're taking care of them that time.
Yeah.
You're doing everything for them, care feed. So
you'd rather take care of a cow than a kid.
Yeah.
I know the answer.
Yeah.
So Calvin, perfect world. Like if Phil kind of touched this, if money wasn't part of the equation, what would your dream look like? I mean, just lay it out there. What is Calvin's dream world?
Own 150, 200 acres.
Well, hold on. This is your dream world. You can go bigger now.
No, we're not. No, I don't want to go no bigger.
Okay.
I'm a very, like I said when I started, simple. I don't need to have the best of the best. In my dream world.
Hold up. What are you trying to say?
Did you call us bougie again?
No.
That's bougie. But like my dream world, gonna have a basement full of case pocket knives and guns, and have me a couple old tractors, 4440 John Deere, 4040 John Deere. I bought an Alice Chalmers the other day, a couple months ago, just out of having the fun of tractor, but I'll probably never get rid of it.
Gotcha.
I'll probably keep it forever.
Gotcha. You also talk about wanting land someday. Why is that important to you? What do you plan to do with the land?
Just like I said, I want to be able to hunt and run my cattle operation.
Something you haven't mentioned that you do too?
What?
Is fishing. You're the only person that fishes my pond.
I enjoy fishing, not as much as I do trade pocket knives here lately, but I do enjoy to fish. I'm not one of those, got to fish every weekend.
But you were there for a while.
I was when I was younger. But I enjoy to go fish, and if I'm not catching fish, I'm not having fun.
Gotcha.
I'm one of those people, for sure.
Do you catch fish out of my pond?
Yeah. I'm the only one that can.
Do you replenish it?
No,
He has the people.
catch and release, man. I remember 4 years ago.
I did. He had a bass. He took it out. It died. I said, "You're gonna eat that now." Bass is good though.
I like bass.
So
Hey, so obviously you're slight bit younger than Dan and I, so you're a little bit of a generational gap, I would say. What do you think? What do you think the world thinks about your generation, and what do you think they get wrong about it?
The world thinks about my generation is we're all lazy and don't have a work ethic at all. But those are the people that don't see the country side of our generation. Like for instance, all my buddies, we all have pretty good work ethic. But we're also on the farming, I would say countryside of our generation too. They don't ever see us, but we're always doing something.
Yep.
We like I said, I think most of our generation is lazy, but they don't see us, and that's why they say we're lazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and I can be lazy.
no, but you're really not. But I guess what I'm gonna say here is, from you honestly, can you understand why they see that, or why they would assume that or think that?
Yes.
Not about you. I'm talking about across, again, your peers and everything else.
Well, I ain't gonna say most of my peers, but there's some of them that I went to school with that were very, very book smart. Didn't have a lick of common sense, and to this day, I know of two that can't get my order right at McDonald's, and I'm not even lying about that.
Yeah.
And
The good news is they have a job that they could work at Flaherty gas station doing biscuits in the morning.
You talking about biscuit
they would
nasties?
probably mess that up.
No, I think there is a huge perception, and maybe I'll even go a little bit larger than this. It's not just focused on the generation; it's focused on the blue collar versus white collar. That people tend to think that blue collar and not the people that work, but groceries don't show up magically. Corn doesn't get grown and then magically appear in the grocery store. It's grown by somebody that's out there running, getting the crop up and running, irrigating it, actually farming it, and getting it all put to the table. So it's kind of funny that we, and I say we, the proverbial we kind of think about things as magic. How did that house get built? There was a bricklayer. There was somebody that did the design work behind it. And when we forget that piece, we tend to think, well, he doesn't have a degree. He's stupid. He's lazy. When in reality, the work ethic behind it is just focused on something that is completely different than what some people really are involved in. And that's where I think we've lost our ways. And I'm really, I'm starting to find myself really back into this micro mentality that we need to get away from looking at degrees as the only way for people to be smart, to have a work ethic, because it's not true. It is a mechanism by which we can educate ourselves, grow ourselves, and do some things like technical jobs that aren't blue collar work necessarily. But there is a valid reason to have those blue collar jobs, and college isn't the solution for that. Hard work, work ethic, training, mentorship,
apprenticeship,
working at 13, those things are meaningful. And I applaud all my blue collar family that is out there working, because I know how the corn gets put on my plate, and I appreciate it every day.
I think, the reason why, and again, and it's not just your generation, it's a couple in there, is technology is the biggest thing. I mean, let's just say the facts. But the instant gratification, they want it now.
Yeah.
My kids are, doing really good in life and everything and building up, but they're kind of, I think that, and maybe that's the problem is set a standard and they're like, okay, I want to be like dad now. Well, it took dad, 40 plus years to get to that state.
Yeah.
And, so the flip side is you see a lot of these kids nowadays, well, I'm not doing that, or I'm not going to work for less than this. Again, I've said this, not on this podcast, but I've said this, if I was desperate and I needed money, it wouldn't be, well, I'm not working that because they're not going to pay me. I'm going to go grab any job I can get, even if it is at McDonald's, because it's about taking care of your family. It's not about, well, this is what I deserve. No, well, deserving and making nothing is nothing. So,
yeah.
So, what do you people your age misunderstand about the older generations? I mean, we're two cool cats, obviously, because you hang with us.
We're not all bougie.
We're not all bougie. Phil and I are bougie.
Bougie twins unite.
I mean, if it wasn't for the old generation, and for instance, I wouldn't have a clue. That's where I learned everything, was from my father, my grandfather, Hansel Powell, T and Jim Hodges. They have helped me a lot. They have taught me a lot. I mean, just anybody. My grandmother, her Nana. She's gonna be mad I called her grandmother, but Nana, Mom. They've taught me stuff that people my age know nothing about. So,
yep.
Yeah, they know how to sew, but my grandmother my Nana taught me how to sew. She showed me some things, and Mom, she's Mom. She shows me how to do. She's actually showed me. She was the one that taught me how to take care of keeping things nice and neat in the house, because
Clean.
she is a very clean freak, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
First of all, we don't call ourselves freak.
When you pre-clean and prep to clean, there's I'm like, just clean to that, boys. But,
yeah. Okay.
So what I've gathered is basically the younger generation not really appreciating what we have to offer. And again, look, Phil, I took this in when I came in the Navy. I was like, okay, these older guys have done this. Sure, I'm gonna take it on, but I learned from them. I gained, I took on their experience.
Yep.
And it was very helpful because it kept me out of trouble to a degree. I was in trouble every once in a while, but allowed me to get ahead and everything else. Where a lot of my peers were like, I'm gonna do it my way. Rock on. They've already showed you the path. Yeah. There's why recreate the wheel if it's already been done. So.
Yeah. Hey, so what worries you about America? What keeps you up at night that you just can't see a way around right now?
Don't nothing keep me up at night, man.
Fair, 8:30.
I mean, 8:30, I'm out. 9 o'clock at the latest on work night.
Come on in.
Really, just younger generation. They wanting to how do I say this and be polite.
You don't have to be polite.
I'm gonna
It's
be
real.
There's
I'm
no
gonna be okay polite.
There's no political correctness.
They I mean, I don't like politics, but I mean, they don't understand the ways that other people are doing things for America to help us in the long run.
Okay.
And then they're like, that's not right. You might not think it's right, but they think it's right.
Gotcha.
And I know you all can be political sometimes, but I'm going to stay out of it because I don't like politics. If it was up to me, Uncle would probably be president. Dad
What?
or Phil was going to be vice president.
I am not working for that motherfucker.
You're going to have to.
Whatever.
And
Phil, I think you'd be a good, what is it?
Secretary of State.
Yeah, actually.
I am Marco Rubio.
Yeah. I would just be like this every day. Keep me out of trouble.
And go.
yeah. Like we're gonna restart this. He's gonna be president. Dad's gonna be vice president.
All right.
And then because I know how he thinks sometimes, and he's gonna ask Dad what Dad thinks, and then he's gonna take Dad's advice.
Yep.
And then everything's gonna be okay.
And
then Phil is gonna
foreign policy.
I don't even care what Phil does, as long as he's included somewhere.
I got this.
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Cool. Hey, so let's flip that. What gives you hope about America?
We're back on politics. I mean, there is hope some days, I think. Some days, not so much.
And okay, so let's expand upon that. What do you mean by that?
Just our younger.
Don't beat around the bush, just say it. There's no one. This is a.
I'm not.
Let me tell you what gives me
Go ahead,
because I want to give you something that maybe it'll feed you a little bit. But I'll tell you what, when I decided to move here, there's a huge reason. It is a little bit around that question. What gives me hope? Seeing the family exist the way it does, seeing the people, using their bare hands to do things. It gives me hope because that exists still. And sometimes, I've lived in the city for quite some time, even just living in the suburbs, it's a little piece of that. And you really don't see that. So getting out this direction and moving to a house where I have 24 acres and I have to go out there and do some work, and I go over and I don't see Calvin because he's already up and at him and doing his business. That gives me hope. We are not a dying generation and not a dying nation. We just have kind of gone, a little bit right and left at times to the point that, it is at odds with itself, but there are people that give a shit and people that care still. And that gives me hope.
Nope.
You know what doesn't give him hope? Go and get a haircut, and the person
not putting my fucking number in that damn system.
They can't give a haircut because he won't put a phone number in the system.
Technology has become a blocker for people. It's blowing my mind.
No,
like I just need your scissors. I don't need to get in your system.
What pisses me off is everybody's got to have an appointment now.
Well, that's my point. It's like, are you in our system? No. You need to put your phone number in. No, I don't.
But see, I like the appointment because I scheduled my appointment. I worked that out.
I don't like the appointment because that goes. All right, that goes back to me.
Exactly.
When I'm I don't ever know when I'm going to be.
I understand that.
So I can't make an appointment.
I understand that. So I'll cut your hair for you.
No, hell no.
Nah, I'm on your side, man. But it's for a different reason.
Yeah, hell no. Don't want your dirty dick beaters on me.
Both of them?
Either one.
What if you had 4 of them?
That's a little weird.
Okay.
Hey, so what do you think prior generations have screwed up for you and your generation? You're going to go back to politics, aren't you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't got much to say on that.
What about gun laws? What do you think about gun laws?
Lots of things have changed.
Yep.
Here lately.
Okay, like what?
The being the 21 and not having to have concealed carry.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm kind of mixed.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
I agree with it on one thing because, I'm able. I don't have my concealed carry yet, but I'm able to conceal carry. But then there's also some dumbasses out there in the world that don't even know how to properly take apart a concealed firearm and clean it. And that's what worries me because they don't know half of the safety behind a firearm.
It's more about cool to
To
have
carry, yeah.
than it is
So,
about
well,
Hey, look at
responsibility.
me.
So I agree. So what you're saying is formalizing it requires that class and everything else for people to at least have some familiarization or education, not practical use. And I know this is tough for people because you, my kids, grew up around guns. My kids always had access to the safe, the number, but they knew you don't touch shit. And I think it goes back to bringing up that maturity too. Here's the limits, because we do hear about people, grabbing guns, taking them to school, shooting people, kids, and all that. And 9 times out of 10, I'm sort of going, not properly trained, didn't go over anything, and I mean, again, parents should be held responsible. So I see that. Part of this also is tough for me because, now I can also ask a kid at 18 to go join the military the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think reality is there's no right or wrong answer.
No.
But how do we put measures in place to balance out that stupidity, and people, and I agree with you, there are some people who should just not have guns.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil's a prime example.
I don't have any guns, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he almost shot us 12 times with a skeet gun the other day.
Not me. That was Maddie's boyfriend.
What was his name again?
Michael.
Got all bent out of shape. She must shoot guns on me. This is a fan.
He also flagged the entire group of people sitting behind him. He's like, I'm done. It's like, whoa.
Which you had to walk down there a couple times and go,
And-
Michael, let me show you how to do this,
Let's
Michael.
show you a thing or two here.
Okay, if you could change one thing about America, what would you change? Get rid of Florida, California.
Well, we already got a new cabinet and a new president. So.
Get rid of Florida, California, Texas.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Oh,
You just got rid of our whole voting base. What are you talking about?
No, we're good.
no, we're good.
California's not going to vote for us.
Yeah, but Texas and Florida.
Texas is, it's a personal thing.
Just take it on board for voting on like
Florida. Okay, I'm good with that. I do like that rule.
you don't have to accept.
Basically, here's the rule: if you don't vote for us, you can't vote. So, what do you think, America? Come on. Well, what's one thing you would change?
I'm going smaller than America.
Okay.
Our damn our county transportation cabinets, they need to be doing something about the damn roads and all these fucking potholes.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
agree or disagree?
No, I would agree, but I would say that's like I just did an out west trip with your mom, my wife Melinda, and Dan and Papa, and it's not just here, man. It's across the board now. I think states. They're growing up. I remember like West Virginia took care of the roads, and now they're really kind of slacking on that. So it's. I think to your point, it's priority. Where do you put that?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is where do you know where they're prioritizing their spending instead of taking care of the roads?
Roundabouts.
First of all, don't be a pussy. Those roundabouts are perfectly fine.
No.
Okay,
Roundabouts.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Roundabouts. Let me stick you in a dump truck weighing 80,000.
Okay,
You
so
go
for a
around
big
roundabouts.
truck, I get, but roundabout in general.
Oh, in the pickup, I don't mind them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's only when I'm in the dump truck, because I only drive a dump truck in town.
Yeah.
I don't ever take my big truck in town.
So do you avoid roundabouts now?
The best I can.
Yeah, they're popping up everywhere around here. So
Yeah, they're like subdivisions in the rural part of the
Gotcha.
country.
Gotcha. So nothing else you would change for America?
Or Hardin County.
Like I said, I don't know much about it, but everything that I've heard, you said Hardin County. I'm going Hardin County. The data centers.
Okay.
There's, I'm an old soul, but TikTok is one of my favorite apps.
Okay.
But there has been, there has been TikToks up there about the Elizabethtown City Council. Have y'all seen those videos?
No.
Okay, I'll show y'all after. But it's just crazy that you got a whole group of spectators, people that want to vote on what's going on in the county and the city, and then you have 3 to 5 people that are on a board that vote, that they're the ones that make the call on what happens. That's not right, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I mean, and to your point, I think that's so. Actually, you could make that a bigger discussion, going back to Congress and everything else. I mean, term limits, people in there, people voting on agendas, or
Redistricting.
or getting hookups versus what. And again, I always mess up his name. I think it's Fetterman, the guy from Pennsylvania, who straight up Democrat, leans Republican most of the time. In fact, I just heard something.
He leans common sense.
Yeah, well, that's what I was okay. Yeah. But even better, yes. And has stated that, and every time people get frustrated with him, he goes, "Time out. I was voted by my people. This is what my people want."
Exactly.
And again, it's not. And I think he said it once or twice, but he's pretty much succinct a lot of times. It's not my choice. He goes, and he goes, "Yes, I'm a representation, but I'm representing these people." That's how things should be, I think, to your point, but I think it's a bigger piece across the country. And
else. I mean, we've started seeing that the Republicans and Democrats both started reflecting their party values more so than their constituents. And that's unfortunate. And even worse, things like what happened in Virginia with the attempt to redistrict things such that they can, and I won't go down the rabbit hole of Trump did it too type of thing, but it does not reflect, and to your point, when we're talking about the rural areas, it does not reflect the values of the rural areas, and it misrepresents the state in a more difficult way, or in a more Democrat way, to where it takes the vote out of the hands of the red voting people. And I think they should be represented, and that was a 10-1 versus a 5-6, I think is what it was. It's crazy, because it totally devalues the people that exist in that state.
Which you're seeing the trade-off pieces where, again, new governor, I mean, Phil could talk to us more, probably put more of a hurt on local smaller businesses for, prices increases, to include, gun stores where guys are like, I can't sell guns anymore. You just tied my hand.
Yep.
And I mean, again, I'm not focused on that, but there's people making decisions who, again, like your point, you have this big population, and only because that. Well,
and I'll say it. This is not. Democrats and Republicans both do it, and it's fucking shameful. Let's be very clear that we've gotten so much into party that we are not reflecting the values of the people the way it should be done. And that's where it's become problematic, is we have invested in it, and I'll use Trump as an example, because I know, leaning more that direction, we've got people that are just mindlessly following him, and that's unfortunate because it shouldn't be that way. We need people to represent the people that they represent, and that's where we were so tied up in the if I don't say or do what Trump tells me to do, then he's gonna not support me, and I'll get fired, and then I won't represent anybody. I was like, but you're not representing those people now anyway. So you're representing your party values instead of the constituents that you're there to lead.
Should never be ruled by fear.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think same thing goes on the Democrat side.
So Calvin, do you think young people still believe the American dream exists?
It's gonna make me look stupid. What is the American dream?
No, man, that's good. We'll have education class after this. The American dream. Bottom line, what's America based off? What's the biggest thing I just said? Freedom. Opportunity, right?
Oh, yeah.
They'll come in here and do things. Not having, what we're discussing. People. Here's what I'm getting at. People, I don't understand the generations use those as roadblocks of why they can't do something. When you're really looking at them, going, what's stopping you?
No.
I mean, I say that because I've kind of taken that approach. Phil's taken that approach. That's the American dream, to come here, live, and be prosperous. Get that farm, you want and everything else. And I have someone know, no, Calvin, I know it's your 200 acres, but even though I live, 50 miles away, I don't want you to have cows on it because I don't agree with that. See what I'm getting at?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, spinning. Maybe you said the right word. It's the opportunity to prosper. You still have to put in the hard work behind it, and being in the belief that you are owed or should be given any of these things, a house, a high-paying job. You still have to put in the labor, and that is part of the American dream.
Yeah.
Yes, you know the ceiling is high, but you still have to achieve that ceiling by going through the hard work to get there.
So do you still think that exists?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You gonna have that one cow that's gonna make $1 million one day?
Nah.
You never know, man.
Nah,
Best cow he makes first American Wagyu. Hey, all right. You kind of touched on. You talked a little bit about social media, but what do you think? Good thing, bad thing, indifferent?
It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing.
Explain.
I enjoy my social media. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
If I didn't have social media, Facebook, I wouldn't be able to buy pocket knives most of the time. But there's also a bad thing because you get the kids my age and the kids younger than me that don't get up and be active. All they want to do is sit behind a TV screen all day, every day, and play games or watch TikTok or watch YouTube videos. But then there's also, going back to the good side, if you don't know something, YouTube could be helpful.
Yeah.
Teach you how to do something.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily view. I mean, I guess I do. You're right. YouTube is a social media platform, but what you just said is it also brings that basically adds quick reference encyclopedia. A lot of experts get to kind of decide how you want to do something. Use it. So no, I got you. I agree with you. I mean, the only time I use it, to be honest with you, is when I'm taking a shit, putting out podcasts. Or to your point, marketplace, selling things like that too. So,
The marketplace is a good thing. I think I do like marketplace. I spend a lot of time on marketplace, eBay, and TikTok.
Gotcha.
That's about it.
Gotcha. So we're gonna try something a little bit different on you.
Okay.
That we haven't done with anybody. We're gonna call it the rapid fire session. So you ready? So you got answer quick. Tell us what you think.
All right, you ready for rapid fire?
I reckon I'm going to ask a question though.
What's that?
What are we talking about here?
It could be anything. We're gonna throw it out to you right now. So first rapid fire question. Go ahead, Phil.
Favorite truck?
Peterbilt.
Worst. Go ahead, Phil.
Worst truck?
Volvo.
Favorite tractor.
John Deere.
Favorite food.
I'm gonna go. I do like Chinese food.
Oh, nice.
Country song.
Anything Jason Aldean.
All right. One thing you can't live without?
Nicotine.
Side note, pet peeve. Nana yelled at him at the fair. Biggest pet peeve?
Lazy motherfuckers.
Worst job you ever done?
Probably climbed the top of a silo and had to level it out and then cover it up with plastic.
All right. Pick one. Hunt, deer, turkey, birds, or waterfowl?
Waterfowl.
Interesting.
For sure.
Really?
Well, what kind of birds we talking about here?
No, yes.
I mean, because birds and waterfowl, same thing.
No, when birds are talking.
Turkey.
No. We're talking.
Dove, pheasant, quail. Oh, I'm going dove, pheasant, quail.
Okay. So you just changed your mind?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to do a little
wishy-washy.
Oh my God. One word your dad would use to describe you.
Mini-me.
One word your mom would use.
She called me a stupid motherfucker one time.
That's not one word, but okay, we'll take it. What's one lesson your dad taught you that didn't make sense until you got older?
I mean, just kind of take care of what you got, and it'll last you a long time. And I didn't understand that until I was about 15, 16. Started buying my own tools. I used his stuff. To be honest with you, I didn't take the greatest care of it. Left it dirty. Left it laying around. Then I went to buy my own tools, and I thought, I ain't gonna do that no more.
Yeah, right.
There was a question I need to add that I just now remembered.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. So, working out there in Glendale, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it like being around the Amish?
Damn it. Tell me about Amish parties.
Well, so there's not many Amish in Glendale.
Okay.
A little farther south you go, so
But you do business with Amish.
I do. I don't do as much business as I used to with the Amish,
Okay,
but
but
I
you
used
still
to
have
do
them?
lots of business with
Okay.
the Amish.
Gotcha. So, I mean, do you like the Amish?
I don't mind the Amish.
Okay.
Some Amish I like more than others. Yes, I know it's kind of the religion, the things that they believe in, but there's some of them that fucking reek.
Okay.
And they just
You say they don't take showers?
no, they don't.
Okay.
Some of them don't take a shower once a week, and there's some that they take a shower every day.
Gotcha.
The one thing that I like or that I don't like about the Amish is they think they're the only ones that have something when they're trying to sell it to you.
Gotcha.
So they be trying to jack the price up on you, but when you got something, they're like, "Oh, that's too high."
Yeah.
Well, you do the same shit to me,
I got you. How do you feel about their lifestyle and again, I don't know all the specifics, but limiting having to pay taxes, follow certain guidelines and all that, even though they're living here in the U.S.
The paying taxes part's not right. We don't know it here at home, on St. John Road, but when you go to Glendale, Sonora, Upton, Bonneville, Muffordville, the roads from the hooves, the horseshoes and the metal on the wheels, they tear the road up, they mark the road up, and we're having to pay taxes.
Gotcha.
And our taxes fix the road, and they tear it up.
Something I never even thought about. Okay. So, Calvin, as we wrap up, what's the legacy you hope to leave behind? And you've said it a little bit, but I mean, 20 years from now, what do you want someone to remember Calvin as?
A hard-working individual that is not. I don't want to be known as a piece of shit. If we're just being honest,
You don't want to be known as a good asshole?
No, you haven't got that covered.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So describe me. Why the flat brim? We got to get this out.
Oh, you know what? I was going to ask that. That's a good catch.
Yeah.
So a lot of y'all don't like the flat bills.
Don't compartmentalize me, man. You haddest.
I love my hat bills, or my flat bills, and so
Here, let me fix that one.
I got a big head. See, with a curved bill, it presses in right here on my temples. Flat bill does not.
Oh, you know what?
It's more comfortable.
I am sorry. I got to ask this question too because we didn't even cover it, and it's on this picture. Ordained.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about why.
Well, so that was just kind of a joke.
Okay.
One of my co-workers that I talk to almost every day, he was a preacher before he was a truck driver, and he is actually the cousin to the nephew to my boss.
Okay.
He's family, and
that's that West Virginia, Kentucky math for relatives people.
I was talking to him driving down the road one day, and I was like, "Hey, I know you marry people, like, you officiate the weddings. What do you have to do that?" And he's like, "Man, just get online. It'll take you 5 minutes." So I got to where I was going to unload. There was a truck in front of me. I looked it up on my phone. Sitting in the driver's seat of a semi. Looked it up on my phone. Got ordained. Had all the paperwork sent to the house. And so far, I've officiated 3 weddings.
You know what that is, right? The American dream.
That's true. Opportunity was there.
So, because I know of one. Out of those 3, what's the craziest story that's happened so far?
Well, the first wedding that I actually ever officiated was in the 5-star parking lot of St. John and Ring Road.
5 stars a gas station.
And 2 of my friends from Hardin County that I met at the goat sale in Horse Cave, they actually put on their Snapchat story, does anybody know an ordained minister? So I just texted them and said, hey, I'm an ordained minister. And they were like, you're kidding, we're not joking, we're being serious. And I was like, no, I'm being serious. Like, I sent them a picture of my card, and they were like, can you marry us today? And I was like, yeah, come to E-Town, meet me at the 5-star at St. John and Ring Road, and I'll get y'all married.
There's a card for it.
And ordained minister. And they were like, no, we're not joking. I was like, I'm not joking either. So they brought 2 witnesses with them. They didn't want to get out of the truck, so we actually had 2 random people be witnesses, and married them right there.
Pump that gas.
Married them right there in the parking lot.
That's hilarious.
Only in America.
Only in Hardin County.
No, probably not.
No, it's probably been worse.
So, nephew, thank you for your perspective and wisdom. But it's time. Phil's time. Phil, you get one serious question not related to this episode. Stephen, go.
All right, let's take money off the table. Travel or experience. What are some things that you haven't done that you would like to do still? Go outside of Kentucky.
I would love to go to Texas for a week.
Do what?
And just go to Fort Worth. Just watch the Longhorns walk down the street. Go to NRS's ranch and their big warehouse factory storefront type deal. Sell Western clothing, saddles, trailers, just all different kinds of stuff. Just look around, just kind of experience the Western cowboy life for a week.
Yeah. Would you do that, ranch hand? Go be part of Yellowstone?
Maybe. I'm not going to say yes.
Just be on a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, I've rode horses.
I've seen pictures.
But I'm not a ride a horse.
I got you.
10 hours a day kind of guy.
Yeah, fair.
I've actually done more cowboying on a 4-wheeler than I have a horse.
Well, they do that a lot, actually.
Yep.
But
What about going overseas?
no. Hell
No way overseas?
Hell no.
Why?
I don't want to leave the United States.
Why is that?
I just don't.
Okay.
I really don't even want to leave state of Kentucky.
All right, that's good. That was going to be my question. You fall in love with Texas? Would you leave?
I would really have to fall in love with Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
So you wouldn't consider Canada or Mexico either?
No,
Why?
Caballero?
that's just not me.
You like Mexican food, don't you?
No. Yeah, chicken, cheese, and rice from the El Tap.
I'm going to have to make it Mexican food. He doesn't even know.
No, so
Should have my pozole.
So let me take that back. I do like Mexican food. I'm not gonna say I don't. I like guacamole. I like the peppers, the onions, all that cooked together. But that stuff does not like me.
Okay.
That's
so,
like a lot.
So that's why I'm like, nah, I'll pass on it.
Any goal or Yeah, let's start with that. Any goal that you haven't achieved that you're really looking to achieve? I mean, beyond the 100 head of cattle to 150 acres.
I would love to have just kind of like a race car or pulling tractor or something,
Okay.
something with a motor of some sort that makes lots of horsepower someday.
Yeah.
Just kind of have fun with it, do whatever I want.
And then take it to the Derby so we can destroy it.
No, not with the race car or pulling tractor or pulling truck. No,
No, that would be pretty interesting.
too much fun.
Head-to-head tractor
Hey,
pulls. And
did you know that they have combine derbies?
I just saw that on Facebook and I about bust out laughing because
They
it
have
was,
them out west.
it was, but hold up, it was like no holds barred.
Yeah.
These guys were like slamming in each other.
Oh, they put like 8 or 10 combines in one arena.
Yeah.
Can see it.
I still want to go to Indiana and see the buses
The
race.
figure 8 bus race.
I guess see. I think that's already happened this year. And you owe us a little person wrestling match.
Oh yeah.
I missed the one in Litchfield.
Yeah, you owe us that. You gotta find us one.
I'll find one.
You find one.
No,
Anything else you want to add that you left it out? You think you want to cover?
Don't want to climb a mountain. Don't want to.
Hell no.
Do you want to get married?
Hell no. But if I find the right woman.
So
Hey, ladies and ladies. I was gonna say gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's single.
Ladies, he's single.
No.
You already know what he likes, what he wants.
22 years,
old
hard
farm
working, drives a truck, farms, wants cattle on 150
Yep.
acres. What more could you
We're
ask
gonna
for?
put him on match.
I mean, his
Farmer's match.
beard is a little sketchy, but we can work on that.
He's been growing that beard for what?
Since I was 15.
I know.
And I've shaved it off 4 times.
Yep. Hey, I'll tell you what, he looks good with a mullet too.
I did have a mullet.
Fair.
So on that note, it's time to close shop. Calvin, love you and thank you for sharing your views and perspective for us. You give us hope as always, and it's been a great pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to converse with Phil and I, the most,
You survived the county.
yeah,
Bougiest people I know.
the bougiest people you know. I mean, you should be trying to live up to us. You should be trying to eliminate. If you just follow in our footsteps, everything will be good for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not bougie.
It has nothing to bougie. It's having good taste.
I've got a good taste.
Food, everything else. So,
I mean,
first of all, you said Texas, so no, you don't have good taste.
I mean, I've got a good taste.
Okay, roger that. Happy you did it?
Yeah. Just another day in life, man.
Just pissing excellence every day.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Take it easy, Cal.
Thanks, Calvin. So hey, we just finished up Calvin,
Yeah, it was fun.
kind of like Brad, you know. And I'm gonna tell you all, if we could pull things out, Brad and Calvin, that they say or think on a regular basis, we'd probably be doing a podcast for a week. But very humble guys,
Yeah.
very quiet, very slow talking.
Yeah.
So
Pensive. It's cool.
it is. It is. I mean, it's interesting. I thought it was a good podcast. I know we're gonna break it down a little bit, but the bottom line is, just turned 22 and doesn't not reaching for the sky, but kind of got something in his head, and he's just going at life, and he knows he's got to work and take care of things to keep things going and move forward.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like the discussion about the American dream, because I think a lot of people always believe that the American dream is, I have a house, I'm rich, I've got a boat, I'm exaggerating for effect, but Calvin is a good example of what a true American dream could be. I just keeping it simple, provide for my family, work hard, play hard, and do that. And the opportunity being afforded to him is what the true American dream's about. So I appreciated that conversation, and although he didn't say it, we kind of extrapolated it from him in the discussion. So.
Well, I mean, I like the first part. Okay, what's the American dream? But that's Calvin.
Yeah.
He knows. He just, not used to doing it. Again, he's, in math class looking out the window. So.
Yeah. No, but I know he's your nephew, so you've got a much broader perspective, obviously, having him grown up with you. But for me, I got a smaller snapshot of who he's been and who he is now. I've seen him grow up a little bit because I think 16, I think probably 15, 16 is about when I started hanging around for when I came back. But he's He is everything that we discussed. He's hardworking. He is there's a little bit of an entrepreneur in him. It revolves around different things than you would think. He's not going to go out and build an AI system.
Nothing illegal.
Yeah.
But it is shady.
Well, I don't
Borderline.
Yeah. No, but he's a go-getter, man, and it's kind of cool to see because he looks at things with the perspective of I can do that, and he goes after it. Maybe he doesn't get there, maybe he does, but he doesn't say no to trying. And I love the comment, "Pissing excellence." You know, wake up and I piss excellence. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he didn't use half the stuff. Wow. Some of the stuff that comes out of that boy's mouth.
Yeah. Well, but he was reserved on the podcast.
Yeah, he was. Well, we told him he couldn't say certain words, so I think he was more focused on that than anything else. But yeah, for me, I mean, I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing? No, I got altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nephews. You know, the biggest difference for me and everyone else is Melinda and I were in Virginia for, a good 23 years away. But I will say that Calvin and I have always had a bond. I mean, I remember coming back here and, shoot fireworks at Mom and Dad's house. And, he was a big baby, but about a year old. And, he's in my arms the whole time, cuddle up with me and, run around. And, like you heard him say, Uncle Danny, I mean, definitely been there. We've had 1 or 2 little arguments, but I mean, I think, overall, a really good relationship, and proud to have him as a nephew. Glad to see, that he's doing what he wants to do. Glad to see he's not in trouble.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that from the aspect of, one of the things I learned back here is, you come back here is, again, you're out in the country, but a lot of people do stupid stuff, and a lot of people get in trouble. A lot of, Calvin's peers get in trouble and do stuff, and he's pretty mindful of that. And again, I think it's like you said, part of his growing up, part of his, seeing how we are, and he also doesn't know when there's a relative around, he'll smack the shit out of him. He is probably 6'3", and double outweighs me, but I still tell him I can knock him down. So.
Yeah, no, and I think I was pretty honest about the comment about hope. He is the type of person that gives me hope in this world. Really hardworking, and I keep reiterating it because it is just always impressive to see that, because we've gotten into a world where we kind of gone down the rabbit hole of everybody's got to go to school to be worth something, and that's not true at all. People are worth something, and that's kind of the genesis of this whole podcast. Everybody's worth something. Everybody's worth a story. And you don't have to agree. You don't have to like them. None of that has to be done. There's no mandatory, but what is always true is everybody has a story. Everybody is unique. Everybody is important. And I won't ever stand down from that thought process. So, he brings good hope to me.
Yeah, and I think it's good. I mean, again, this is the youngest person we've had on the podcast outside of our kids.
Yep. But
this has been a standalone podcast, so a true podcast with just him and getting his perspective. And again, there's 32 year age gap between us and him, and I mean
31.
Whatever, but I mean, here's reality. He can hang with us just as well as he can hang with the young guys. What I also like about Calvin is he's kind of like me. Well, what I mean by that is he will take care of his group. If you're in tight with him, I mean, literally went to Phil didn't go to his tractor pull. He had other plans. But basically me, Calvin and Spencer, and Calvin was like, hey, kept telling me Spencer enjoying himself. He's doing this. I want to make sure Spencer's good. Trying to get Spencer up and out and doing things around here, and maybe they'll be able to do more in the future. Maybe Calvin will be able to open up Spencer to some of the rednecking he does when he's out there doing things.
The dating pool, maybe.
Maybe the dating pool. Phil's hung up on that right now. Spencer's cool, but
yeah, Spencer cool.
But what I mean is, Calvin will bend over backwards. You say something, and he respects you. He's like, I got a guy, or what, I'll take care of that. And I mean, hell, last year, You know, I mean, didn't even think twice. I was in the back, shot a deer with a bow. It took off, started blood trailing it. You know, I knew Calvin had just hit the gate because on my phone I could see the gate. I called him up, said, "Hey, you know, go in, do what you gotta do, take care of business, you know, but why don't you come here and help me find this deer real quick, you know, and get it out here." He's actually done that a couple times since, you know, Lane, no one lives on the property with me. They do, and didn't even hesitate. So again, hard day of work. It was dark.
Yep.
Jumped in side by side, came back and said, "Let's go." And I mean, luckily deer didn't go that far. It was actually right there, but helped me get out there, and I got it up, got it field dressed, and I was like, "I got from here." He goes, "Nah, I'm helping you until we're done." And so he helped me skin it, get it hung up, and everything else. I was like, "Calvin, you know how?" He goes, "Nah, I'm here." He goes, "I got you. You're my uncle. I got you." So that's the type of person he is. Didn't hesitate. I do think he said, "Let me go take a shit real quick, and I'll be back there." I was like,
You said take care of business. No, but I will say, you know, just I'm kind of excited because I get to watch him grow up a little bit more, and probably, yeah, I see it on the horizon. There's going to be a move out event when he moves out of your mom's house or your sister's house, and officially becomes his own man. It's going to be cool to watch and see how that works out. I have no doubt he will still be, you know, up the road, if not, you know, just a little further, but he'll be here still doing his thing and still being part of the family. So it's kind of cool.
Shit, he might come up to you and say, "Hey, can I rent a room?"
Yeah, it's true. I got a place for you, Cal.
So I mean, yeah, the future's wide open for him.
Yeah.
Trying to think, you know, he'll be the first one. My sister, she was like, we were just so proud that Calvin, you know, for as a senior, came home and had the right passing grades to pass. And it's not by no means is because he's stupid. It's just that world doesn't interest him. And
Yep.
I mean, what did he say to you? Hell no.
Yeah,
you know?
not going to college.
He just likes being out there doing things. I mean, what is funny is he goes through a lot of hobbies. He's in his knife collecting stage now. 6 months ago, it was actually miniature gas powered truck.
The trucks, yeah.
Pull thing. So he was doing that, and then he's gone through a couple things. That's what his dad left him. But you know what? It's his business. It's his opportunity to do what he wants to do and learn from his mistakes. Does not hesitate to help me put up deer stands. You know, he does hunt on the property, but he's got other places to go hunt. But for me, if I needed for something, well, hell, the day we were doing the bush hogging, he drove down real quick, fixed my, double checked my chainsaw, and then helped me get the, the bush hog loaded.
Got Spencer out there and set up.
Yeah, got Spencer set out there.
First one.
Drove out there, when Phil and Melinda came out there, and just made sure everything was good. He's just that type of person, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Yep. So. It's good to have family like that.
Yep.
Cool.
You ready to close this?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, so to our audience, feel free to reach out, episode comments, or the email, catalystcoms26@gmail.com. If you think you have an idea, you want to be a guest, you want to join podcasts like the twin powers of Sauron. No, whatever. I won't go nerdy on you guys. But, I'm excited about still doing this podcast. We got over the video now. We're actually, just to throw it out there, we're on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, Apple, and Spotify now. So all the places. The video is only on Spotify right now and YouTube. Apple is working on their solution for getting it crossed over so they can do the video on there. But the RSS feed will pan over there once they get that up and running with no effort on our part. So you will get to see this season 2. We kind of kicked off all video. Which has been more fun because we get to actually see people's face, and you get to see a little bit more of this interaction that's behind the scenes than all the audio ones of season 1.
I thought you were going to throw in a partridge and pear tree there.
Partridge,
listen, everything. And the video, I mean, you'll see in this one, we're in and out. We're still figuring it out. We're actually trying to get to a formal studio. But I mean, I think to Phil's point, this is I like it.
Yep.
Especially
maybe a little throw out to Davey, one of our last episodes on the video. She, as a spinoff of our podcast with her, she had somebody reach out to her, and she's now started up her own. I think it's called Rated D. I don't know if they've done any episodes yet that I've seen, but it's going to be one of those fun-natured. I think she shares some of the same sentiment, is that she wants to get away from the serious discussions and talk about just cool, fun stuff. And that was the genesis of. She started with us. She spun off her own, and now I'm reaching back to her and say maybe we join forces and do a little bit of a joint podcast here and there.
I think it'd be good. And opening that up, and that's a good deal because I did enjoy that podcast. Man, why didn't we grab her?
I told it. I threw it out there.
She just said take it serious.
No, she didn't like you. Maybe, I don't know.
We need a sidekick.
She did never say that she liked us.
You know what? You're right. She didn't. So, but hey, to Phil's point, good luck, and we hope she's successful in that endeavor. I know she's, trying to push someone over to us already too. So I mean, that's the plus factor. Right? Yeah. So again, anyone can think of it. Again, it doesn't have to be yourself, someone else. Interesting story. I mean, Phil's had one or two people reach out to him, for their stories. And again, I was explaining today, and I know we're trying to wrap this up, but to Phil's point before, the whole focus is removing those labels. And I mean, you know what, Phil, I'm actually going to give you the opportunity to do your 30 seconds, Phil, because you do a good job on it.
No, I mean, it's random every time, honestly. But no, it's the intent of the podcast is to break down the barriers that exist between people, remove the labels, get them out of this compartmentalized thinking where we think of people as one single thing, because realistically we're complex beings and we all know that. But I think we've gotten away from acknowledging that and doing something about it. So these podcasts serve as a reminder that, everybody's there. Everybody's important.
So that covers, what's our title right there say? Anything and everything. So remember, keep it real.
Yeah, remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
A look in time, a trip down the rabbit hole. True stories will be told, labels stripped away. The human factor remains. We are real, we are bold.